Hi, my name is Adedeji Adewunmi. Welcome again. I'm joining me today to understand the right message for the right people. This is the third part. So, if you are looking at what have we been discussing about Adedeji, you get to know by the time you go to check the part 1 and part 2. So, the episode 1 we talked about what the right message is. Episode 2 we try to make people understand the right people. So now we're now talking about the content of the right message and the right people. So to choose a message, consider these components. Convey the story behind the innovation and the establishment of your idea. People want to understand and connect with your idea. Many will not meet you one-on-one, but they will communicate with your idea. If it works with them, the stories will create your market and bring in loyal people. You need to convey the story behind the innovation and establishment of your idea. That's the first thing. You have an idea, there's something you want to solve, there's something you want to create. The only way it can become a story that people begins to relate with and becomes a message is you need to convey the innovation. What people does is they try to dabble around different stories and it gets confusing. They just bring in this message today, they bring in this one today, this one today, and it gets confusing. And it can even get confusing more when you're in the same industry. For example, you're in the food industry and then you decided that you have an idea to create packaging for food, that there's some food they are not well packaged very well, they don't have enough packaging. So you're not trying to create a message. You now start going into, we want to give you nutrients, we want to give you energy, we want to give you vitamin C, and at the same time we are packaging. So people start saying the nutrients and vitamin C. So when the stories that they are getting, they come in contact with your food, they realize that the taste they are getting is nothing different. It's the same energy and all this that you told them they are going to get. They are not getting it. So they begin to step back. So that's why this will translate into loyal customers. Loyal means that come rain, sunshine, they will still use your product. They don't want to understand the defects that your product has or your services has. They will still come to use it because they have committed themselves to the idea and the innovation behind. They committed themselves to the innovation establishment of your ideas. So now, if you're in that category, example for the food category, and you realize that the way they package some certain food is not nice, don't go in deep in nutrients. Come with a message that says, I'm helping you to save the nutrients, I'm helping you to save the nutrients, I'm helping you to save the vitamins and energy that you're getting from this by ensuring good packaging, or I'm packaging it so because of the nutrients that it lost, or at the same time there's some disease that comes. So just direct the message behind the idea. The second thing is speak more about the benefit. Humans are generally selfish. All they will look out for in your message is what they will get. Every salesperson needs to understand this. Not sales, even the marketing. The marketing and sales work intertwined, and then they work hand in hand, and then that is the reason why you need to actually let them know that, hello, what am I getting if I'm using your product? They want to see it in your message. They want to see the benefits. And then there's statistics that I did sometime, and I allow people to understand that not everybody is going to use your product or services. This is how it is. You are selling something for $10 or $20. That's what your product or service is worth. You don't need to have 1 million people to buy into your $10 or $20 product. You need to have a consistent 1,000, 10,000 to generate turnover. Then go ahead and push for that. Because sometimes we made a mistake, we want to gain the whole world to see our product. No, you start bit by bit, got the committed 10 to buy into your $10 idea, then you get the 20, then you grow with 100, then you grow into 1,000, and the expansion keeps spanning. So now this is going to come from your message. So just go ahead and sell the benefits. Don't confuse them that they are like, okay, what do I get to gain? Don't list 10 things they are going to get. It's even better to under promise than overserve, than you over promise than underserve. So the third one is create room for engagement. Come up with questions. Let the people be curious and want to know more about one or two things. Create room for engagement. Do some seek and hide. Seek and hide. I'm hiding here, yeah. I'm seeking here. So let them engage. They come in contact and they engage. Engagement, for the social media analyst to understand this, engagement is key. And then I want to watch your adverts on the traditional advertising like TV, radio. I want to engage with you. So then you come up with a team that comes do public relation or corporate branding and all that. So you need to create an engagement. You need to create room for people to talk about it. Create room for people to complain about your products. The more you hear the complaints and the feedback, you now start seeing where the needs of the people you're meeting, where they're coming from, and you begin to work on it and solve those problems. And as the problems are reducing, then you're doing well. So you can be able to expand to other people. So create room for engagement, complaints, thumbs up. And trust me, for people that are just coming into the business world, that are just starting, you cannot have, by the time you grow up to 60% of customers saying, I like your product, then you have done a whole lot. I mean 60%, I'm not talking about 70, 60%. So that means 50% of people are going to complain, another 50 are going to say rubbish. But at the same time, it depends on how you can take that rubbish. So that's why your team must grow into be able to accommodate complaints and quickly react and solve this. When a customer complains about a product or services, and you come in immediately, step in immediately to solve the problem and make them happy, they tend to be they follow through to become a loyal customer than the person that is not complaining, because you don't even know whether the person is happy or not. They can fall off. So you need to look for them. So now the next thing is incorporate your message within the scope of past, present, and future. People don't like losing memory, especially the good ones. Create a message that gives them touch of the past, present, and future. I have found myself seeing some adverts some many years ago, and I begin to fall in love with those adverts again. So people want to create something for the present, the future, and the past. So if your message does not deal with present, past, present, and future, then there's going to be a problem. The past is you're telling the new people, or the people that maybe the people that get to use your product or services more of the millennial or the world, the Z generation and all that. You need to let them understand that there are some things that's happening in the past that they can connect with. It breeds let your business create another idea on innovation for more people to generate something new. So you're creating a message, and you're telling them what is currently happening, and you're telling them where it's going. So for people in the smartphones industry, you let them understand what phones used to be, or what telecommunication used to be, or what communication from one end to another end used to be. You're telling them what it is now, and you are preparing them for the future. So it makes ease for launching of new products. So you're already preparing their mind. So the person is not just seeing you that you want to even launch a product, but the people that are using your product or services are seeing you that there is something coming that we can't wait for it to come. That's why the movie that has been already created, produced, but not yet in cinemas or viewing centers, it's better to hold it for some time and create a longing in the heart of people. Create a longing in the heart of people. Let them long for your movies and say, wow, this movie that is coming out is going to create. Just keep creating the longing. So when the movie finally comes out, then you see a lot of people, they are rushing for your movie and they're watching it, they're enjoying it, and before you know, different companies are coming and saying how they're able to keep these numbers of people, this crowd, and the engagement, and we need you. You understand? You create, there's a longing you create. That's for movie industry, might not work forever, but let them know that there's something coming in the future, and if they are not part of it, they are going to miss it. So the last thing I'm going to mention is that you must empathize with your audience. People will take poison from you when they have seen you take it first. In the place of empathizing, you will be speaking from hands-on, not fantasy. You don't give what you can't use. You don't. That's why in an organization, when you create your team, enforce them. But not like enforcing them. But of course, it is going to be part of the signature that I want to join your organization. I want to join your team. Of course, don't let people join your organization. Let them join a team. It makes them walk into the team and then begin to explore their gifts and talents and skills and all that. But don't let them join a team, an organization. Let them join a team. So let your organization be filled with team or teams, so that when they are coming, they feel that they are part of something. But when they join an organization, they're seeing 1,000 people, 5,000, 10,000 people, 1 million people, and they are just a section. No, but when they're part of a team. So I just give you that idea for free. So now, when they come into, let them understand that they need to be the first partaker of this product or services. They need to use it. If it means that they need to pay some little amount from their salary to make use of your product or services, they need to. Because you can't tell people fantasy, you need to give them hands-on. You need to empathize with them. So that's why when you take poison, first, people will take the poison with you because they've seen you taking it. But if you are giving something, supplements, nutrients that can benefit their body system, but because they've not seen you taking it, they are likely going to tell you, no, I'm not interested. So they need answer. So that's why anybody coming into your team must be the first partaker. So the moment you put these components into play, you will have full understanding of your message, and at the next phase, you might want to edit or readjust your message. This will also help you to know what you're giving out to people, to your audience, in terms of services, in terms of goods, in terms of I would like talk about it in terms of, because you need to first of all be the one to go through this first, then understand it and begin to produce it. And at that point, you can now say, okay, I am going to engage myself in this, I'm not going to engage myself in this. The problem or idea solving, I want to sincerely beg you not to venture into anything because you have passion and zeal. I am begging you. I am seriously begging you not to venture into anything because you have a passion and zeal. Ideas is just a flame in your mind. Many things contribute into an idea. Of course, this is not idea generation class. If you need idea generation class, we will help you to do idea, and then we're going to sign SLA and or MOU, whatever, so that we can understand that we're not going to steal your ideas, but we want to help you to generate ideas. Of course, the class is going to be helping people to generate ideas, not to get to hear their ideas. You just know how to generate. So when you're passing message to your audience, states the problem, both the ones you are aware. So why did I say you don't need to? It's not based on passion and zeal. I'm begging you. It's the problem you're solving. I have a problem and you have what? The solution. Then I want to hear it. I have a problem and you have the solution, then I want to hear you. So that's what I'm looking for. I don't care whether you have passion or zeal and you just go about and it's not solving problems. So what your passion and zeal will do for me. So then you need this. So of course there's still some other things that we would have talked about, but one thing I need you to know today is this: whether anything, if you're not taking anything out, you need to be the first partaker of your products and services, and then don't just build a fantasy, build what? Problem solving brand. So thank you so much for having me with you. So if you want to join our idea generation class, you can actually reach us on email, and of course we'll communicate with you the time we're going to be having the idea generation. It's always 3 days. 3 days will help you to build your mind to know the kind of ideas that you need to generate. So thank you so much for having you with us, and then go be the leader you always want to be.